Hello, this is Representative Tim Leonard. Today is Friday the 23rd of February. It's been a long week this week. We've had a number of issues that have come up, especially gun violence that we got to talk about in State Affairs, but I'll talk about that more in another video. But this update I wanted to give you was the bill that got killed in a transportation committee this week, and it was my bill 1119. It was basically the House version of replacing the certificates of participation that were issued last year without a vote of the people. I guess the bill was the certificates of participation that were authorized last year to the tune of $1.7 billion. The certificates of participation that were authorized last year in the amount of $1.9 billion without a vote of the people. My bill was going to replace those with double that amount, $3.5 billion, but it would have a vote of the people, and it would only be coming out of existing sales tax to pay those bond payments, so that we wouldn't be raising any taxes in order to be able to fund those. This would just be for highway construction, and we've got about a $9 billion deficit. That bill should have been very easy. It only took 7.5% off of existing sales tax. We've had a tremendous growth in sales tax in the last few years, and are expected to have it in the next few anyway. I showed the Transportation Committee, which is made up of a majority of Democrats, all the charts necessary to be able to show them that the sales tax that is needed to pay these off is future money that hasn't even been received yet by the state. And yet, to the person, every member of the Democrat Party voted no. They did want $3.5 billion, but they didn't want it done out of the budget that they control. They would like it done out of new taxes on citizens throughout the state in any way, shape, or form, whether it's fuel tax, sales tax, or any other tax. It didn't matter. The real issue was we didn't want to take it out of an existing budget because those monies are already spent. They asked me numerous times, what programs would you cut? Well, we have 400 bills that have been introduced so far. Almost all of those have some kind of a fiscal note, meaning they need to appropriate money from one program to another. But that's done in the governor's budget. That's the decision that he makes each year when he comes forward with the budget. But that never gets asked in any other committee, but they were pretty firm that they didn't want this to pass. And mostly it was because they're looking forward to this November of putting a sales tax measure on, and I'm adamantly opposed to that. We've seen by other graphs that our budget has grown by $20 billion in the last 20 years. $1 billion a year, yet transportation funding has stayed flat. It could easily have been allocated, just like it can be allocated this year. But there was a firm will not to do so. So we need to remember that when November comes, both when we're voting for candidates who want to exercise fiscal responsibility and those that just want more money from the taxpayer. And then also to remember not to give the government any more money. We've already given $1 billion a year, and that's taken out of the private sector. And we'd like to leave that money in the economy while we build our roads with existing money. So thank you very much for staying tuned, and I'll keep you informed next week when we talk about gun control, and we've got a couple of abortion measures too. Thank you.